We have been seeing some record low deals here at the Motor Coach store lately, and this super clean 2020 Newmar King Aire just came in and is the cheapest 2020 Newmar King Aire on the market right now, and the cheapest 2020 Newmar King Aire we've seen in history. This coach is priced for $522,222, and I love this exterior paint job with the silver, grays, and reds. It's got a heavy metallic, and when you look closely, you'll see a slight fade. Like right here, it's more of a silver, and then as we look up, it fades into more of a gray with some heavy metallics. Just really a stylish paint job with the size of the pinstripes and the overall look. And the King Aire is Newmar's flagship motorhome. This is gonna have a 200-gallon diesel fuel tank. It had an MSRP over $1 million brand new, and the brand new King Aires are hitting on about 1.7 million new. So this coach with only 40,000 miles on it is about half price of what it was new. The current JD Power value has an average retail value of $641,550 and a low retail value of $532,500. So this is priced significantly below low retail. And we've been seeing a lot of cool coaches here. I've got to show you, we get the best of the best here at the Motor Coach store. There's a Prevost Liberty coach, an old Prevost Country coach. This 22 Essex is available for $555,555. And then we've got a 2019 Newmar Mountain Aire. This is the 4551 floor plan. It's available for $355,555. So many coaches, so many deals. Here's an Integra Anthem. That's a 2019 available for $255,555. So many deals here. We're trying to post to Instagram and Facebook kind of a little splash of all of the deals that are here. We're seeing some of the best deals in history right now. And I also want to tell you about one of the other best deals in history we've seen. Right now, we can get you a 30% off discount on a Brooklyn bedding mattress through rvmattress.com using the coupon code Andrew Steele. And those of you that have followed the channel know I've been a big fan of Brooklyn bedding for a long time. I personally have used my Brooklyn Aurora mattress for over 3 years, and getting a good night's sleep is so important. So if you're buying a pre-owned motorhome, you can get all different sizes of Brooklyn bedding's high quality mattresses. They come in different firmnesses depending on what your sleeping style is. They have a limited lifetime warranty, free shipping within the US, 120-night sleep trial, and they also have accessories like weighted blankets and pillows. So definitely worth taking advantage of that coupon code Andrew Steele to get a 30% off discount on your next Brooklyn bedding mattress through rvmattress.com or your next weighted blanket or pillow. We really appreciate rvmattress.com sponsoring the channel and sharing these discounts with you guys. But coming back to this Newmar King Aire, I love the way they style the front end of this, where the wiper blades are tucked underneath the front cap so that it's keeping them out of the UV and they're not getting wear and tear while the coach is going down the road. And this front end of this coach is extremely clean. I'm not seeing a lot of wear and tear. It does have 40,000 miles on it, so super clean front end. And then you'll notice here, this is the mobile eye for your collision mitigation. And you'll notice cameras as we go around the coach. Here's a doorbell camera. There was a camera up front. You're gonna notice cameras here in the middle of the coach. And then this is gonna have the push button bay doors. 2018 was the first year that Newmar used this technology. And the first bay here is gonna be a storage bay. It does have this extra shelf here to separate your storage. And it looks like some extra entry mats are currently being stowed in this bay. You have a 200-gallon diesel fuel tank that you can fill up on both sides. And I kind of called Newmar out. I think in 2023, I believe they went from a 200-gallon to a 165-gallon tank on their King Aire. But I like having that big 200-gallon tank, and that's one of the things that separates the King Aire from its other competitors in the production Class A motorhome world. This bay is going to be a full pass-through bay with a power slide tray, super convenient positioning for your switch for your power slide tray. And then this is gonna have a 1,000-pound carrying capacity, and you have this little kind of tailgate that opens up to make loading and unloading easier. And then this bay is gonna be another full pass-through bay with another power slide tray. And I don't know if you noticed when the door swung open, it kind of swiveled down. That's made so that if you run the slide rooms in and out while these bay doors are open, you don't have to worry about them getting caught on the slide room and A super clean slide trays. I think you guys are gonna like the interior of this coach as well. This is gonna be a manual slide tray for your Dometic cooler. You got the larger Dometic cooler. All right, this is a little different. Is this gonna be a TV bay? Oh, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first I've seen of this. A lot of the King Aires have the TV in a different place, but I think this is a great spot for this. And other King Aires we've seen like a pegboard. This has got a Samsung TV and a Bose soundbar with outlets and USB ports. You can see it's very well lit back here. And behind this TV bay is gonna be where the holding tanks are housed. This is gonna have a 105-gallon freshwater tank, 65 gray and 45 black. And then this is gonna be our battery bank. Some of these were optioned with the lithium option. These look like they are AGM batteries. And when they do check this coach in, the technicians are gonna go through, get all of the date codes off of the batteries, date codes off of the tires. We're drinking water from a fire hose, trying to get as many of these coaches filmed as possible. So sometimes I'm not able to find all of the date codes on the tires. This one, I believe they're gonna be on the inside. Let's double check the steer tires and see if we can find those. Okay, I'm not having luck, but looking at the steer tires reminds me that if you do want to get Tyron tire bands put on your motor coach, you can have that done here at the motor coach store. That's going to help you maintain control of your coach in the event of a blowout. And those Tyron tire bands are about $2,900 for a pair if you've got 315s, or about $3,900 if you've got 365s. And definitely worth taking advantage of the motor coach store service department. They've got some of the best trained technicians in the world that are able to work on all different brands, all different systems. And right now they can actually get coaches in pretty quickly. It's the summertime, so usually in the winter they're gonna have more of a backlog. But if you do need service for your motor coach, it's a great time to give the motor coach store service department a call and get any of those items taken care of if you're in the Bradenton, Florida area. This bay here is gonna be the DEF fill, and then this bay is gonna be our chassis batteries, our air dryer filter, and fuel water separator. I'm seeing some date codes from August of 24. And then I love this lift here, this engine hatch on the King Aires. It's like a hydraulic lift gate there. This is on the Spartan K3 chassis. It's got a 20,000 pound towing capacity. This is the Cummins X15 back here. Just a beast with 605 horsepower. And you'll notice it's a side radiator coach. Does have an emergency egress door, DEF fill on both sides of the coach. And then also a little compartment here to store your extra sewer hose. And then this is gonna be the other side of the house battery bank that's gonna be on a slide tray to make it easier to service those batteries. And here's a look at our plumbing bay. Super clean. You've got your tank level monitor right here, your dump valves. This does have a macerator system, the RV Sanicon system. You've got an outside water tap. Check out this sewer hose. That's a beefy sewer hose there, just so it's not accidentally cracking. Some of those plastic sewer hoses can be very brittle. So, with the King Aire, you're getting a higher end sewer hose that's less likely to be punctured. You've got your power hose reel for your city water hookup. And then tucked behind this door is gonna be our manifold system. In case you do have a leak, you can shut off different parts of the coach and then still use other functions. Then here we have this nice door just to hide your rinse ports for your gray and black tank. And then you have an outside shower here if you wanna wash the dog or get cleaned up after taking care of your sewer dumping. And when I close this door, this is what I was talking about earlier. You could see it kind of raises as it closes. And then the same thing when we press this button, it's gonna open and you see it kind of slowly drops down. So really thinking ahead. And Newmar was the first company to put slide rooms in a motorhome. So they've really had a lot of experience building these trial and error. They've been building slide rooms longer than anybody else is. This is gonna be where our power 50 amp shore cord is. And then we've got the inverters housed here as well. Those are gonna be twin 3,000 watt inverters. And then here's the other side of the full pass-through bay. You can see we have the slide tray going out the other way, but we do have a switch right here. So if we wanna bring that out, we can bring it out on both sides. And then this bay is gonna also be a full pass-through bay with that power slide tray that we can bring out both ways. And then the front bay is gonna house one of my favorite features on this coach, the power washer. And then you even have a little spot right here to put your water filter. So you're washing the coach with clean water. You've got a hose reel for your power washer wand. This is an electric power washer, so you're not dealing with gas fumes. plugs in right here. Super nice to use that if you want to get the bugs off of the front of the coach. Bring your power washer out here, get those sprayed off real quickly. Definitely a nice feature to have. And then this front bay right here is just gonna be some of the fuses. And then we also have the switch to slide out the 12.5 kW diesel Onan generator. Now, as impressive as the exterior of this coach is with the Cummins X15 and the power washer and all the goodies, I think you guys are gonna really like the interior of this coach. We've got a doorbell here, key code entry for our front door. This is something cool I like to show on these steps. If you're parked too close to a curb and you don't see it and then you open your door, a lot of these other motorhomes are gonna have those motorized steps, and when they run into the curb, the motor keeps working and that can end up breaking your steps, but that's not the case. This King Aire is gonna stop. It's got sensors on the edges of these stairs, so that's gonna save you a huge hassle, and you can still use the stairs in like a more up position. Let that fold back in. You can see it's very industrial. It's got a good look when it tucks back in. But when we do let it come all of the way out, it's gonna have a much lower profile than a lot of the other coaches. Then you've got 3 steps here rather than 2. So it's a really nice ingress, egress, really easy to get out. And then I also like to show this is something cool. On the inside of this screen right here, we've got this kind of stainless piece with the King Aire logo. Beautiful lighting as soon as we go into the entryway, but let's put these slide rooms out and take a look at the interior. So this 4533 floor plan is definitely a couple's coach, but still a very nice feel inside of this coach with the cream and more warmer colors, but still very bright. We've got the 2 recliners over here, and right now we have the captain's chairs spun around to become part of the living space. And these recliners do have USB ports, and then these will recline. We've got cup holders here, and we can set different color lighting just to kind of set the mood. And then you've got some good storage here with this little sliding tray for extra depth. Over here we've got the fireplace with a TV on a televator, and then some nice countertop space here. And then there are pop-up outlets and USB ports that will pop out of the countertop there. We've got a sound bar and then a little bit of storage here, as well as some drawer space. And right now we do have the shades down, but we could press one button. We've got these little panels around the coach, and here we can control all of our lighting, our dimness, but we can go to the shades and press one button for all the night shades to come up. And you can see those will all come up in sync, and that'll give it a little bit of a different lighting perspective. We always like to film them with the shades down so that the windows don't have too much light coming through. They seem to film better with the shades down, but here you've got these huge windows on your door side. And I really like this floor plan having the booth here. So typically your door side is gonna be where your view is. You could sit down, have a meal, or maybe get some work done and then enjoy that huge window. You can notice the cool lights around the windows as well. The King Aire is going to have lots of cool touches like that. There are outlets and USB ports tucked back there as well. And then this has a slight curve here, so if you want to kind of kick around and kick back and talk to someone in the kitchen, you can also lift this up and slide that out and put an extra leaf in there to extend your dinette. And notice there's no cabinets above the dinette area, so it's really gonna give you a nice view without any cabinets blocking that. And then a cool kind of accent wall here with the wood and mirror pattern, lots of puck lighting. This is a very well lit coach, and I'm really liking these styles of these floors. These are heated floors, and they have that matte finish, kind of a rustic farmhouse style in this coach. One of the best things about the King Aire is this is on the Spartan K3 chassis. So when we come back up to the cockpit up here, you can see the huge screens. You've got a digital dash, simple controls, wireless charging. You're gonna have heated and cooled massaging seats for both captain's chairs. And you'll notice your passenger's chair is a little bit wider. They call this a buddy seat. So if you have a furry friend that you wanna have sit next to you while you're going down the road, you're set up for that. Then also outlets and USB ports for your passenger, as well as a second navigation screen and wireless charging. And then we also have a fixed TV overhead, so multiple TVs if you want to have a few different programs going on at the same time. Now we do have a little bit of storage here above the recliners, and then coming into the galley, more storage, and you're going to notice all of the pull-out trays with the dovetail construction. This does have a 54,000 pound gross vehicle weight rating. All of your color paint codes as well as VIN number are gonna be here on the inside of this cabinet door. Real nice kind of matte finish, matching that modern farmhouse style. We've got a GE microwave convection oven. Some more storage here. There's gonna be pop-up outlets that come out of the countertop. A cool tile backsplash. And here we have our Wolf induction cooktop, and when we flip over these cooktop covers, they double as a cutting board. And then you've got a huge kind of farmhouse style double-sided sink here. And I like the way that the face of this sink reminds me of like a commercial style sink. Really nice look. And then you're gonna have just a little bit more storage here, and then a pull-out trash receptacle below the sink. And then you've got these little slits to put your sink covers while you're going down the road, or if you just want to keep those stored tucked neatly out of the way, you can do that. And I'll point out these slots are even lined with carpet here just to prevent those from rattling while you're going down the road. And then we've got a nice deep silverware drawer with the silverware dividers built in. Again, dovetail construction. And then below that is going to be the Fisher Paykel dishwasher. And I'll point out that the face of this refrigerator matches the cabinets, giving it a really nice look. And then we've got a large pull-out pantry here. Again, well lit, a lot of storage here. Now this coach does have central vac. You'll notice the central vac right here. We can just kick this up. It'll turn on that vacuum. And then there's another port right here. If you want to hook up a hose and then, vacuum out your seat cushions, you are set up for that. This is a bath and a half coach. I like to point out that inlay on this swiveling pocket door that goes into the half bathroom, and beautiful finishes here with a backlit mirror. Even your guests that are using your half bathroom have that really nice lighting in here. And then we've got a perfect spot to store your toilet paper or your liquefied RV toilet treatment, the best RV toilet treatment on the market that you can now get in over 1,700 Walmarts, as well as Amazon or liquefiedrv.com. It's gonna help break down the waste, keep odors out of your coach, and keep your tank sensors clean. A huge thanks to Liquefied for sponsoring the channel. We've got a beautiful backsplash here. And here we have a cool feature, the motion sensor enable. So that'll kick on the floor lights when you have that turned on. You've got a vent with a fan up here. And I like the two-tone contrast, the way that the wood for the vent cover matches the door, but then you've got that light and dark contrast. Again, very well lit in this half bathroom. Newmar does an excellent job with their lighting throughout the coaches. And this is something really cool. A lot of coaches are gonna have a sliding pocket door to section off the rear suite here, but check this out. This has that nice frosted glass inlay, just a really nice look there. And then you'll notice no carpet on the slide room here, so much easier to keep clean. And then we have a fixed Samsung TV with storage on both sides of the coach. This is going to be some nice drawer space, again with dovetail construction, and then more storage below and drawers here in your bedroom. A lot of drawer space here. And then we've got a king size bed, and I like the way they bring the face of the slide room kind of out a little bit more, where you have this nice puck lighting. And then when you lay down in bed, you actually have controls like we see on all the light switches, where you can control your lights, your shades. I like the bedding that they use, but right now it's finished off like it has a headboard. But if you want to see behind, maybe you have a really nice view behind you. Right now we have a nice view of that Newell coach out there, but nice to have that option to open that up. Most of the time the bedroom's gonna be a private area, so you're gonna want to keep those closed. You do have windows on both sides of the bed that will open up if you want to get a little cross breeze coming through here. And then we do have storage above the bed with outlets and little ports for a CPAP machine, and so many nice little touches. The way they do the slide room faces here, the ceiling treatments. I didn't even point that out in the salon, but just beautiful woodwork and indirect lighting that goes with all of that puck lighting. And then one of the biggest advantages of this floor plan is this huge rear bathroom with a huge shower. You've got this trough style sink with a really large backlit mirror, and then a cool inlay on the face of these closet doors. You've got a large rear closet, very well lit with shoe cubbies. Here's those vacuum components that I mentioned if you want to vacuum out your couch cushions and whatnot. You got adjustable shelving over here, and then back here in this corner you do have a safe, and that is a downlit hanging bar. You also have an emergency egress door back here, a really important option in case of an emergency, but also really nice just for loading and unloading stuff. Depending on how you have your coach parked, it might be much easier to load clothes into your closet through this emergency egress door, and that can be opened and closed very easily. And then check out the size of this shower. We also have a washer and dryer here as well. And I did forget to mention the cathedral ceilings here in the rear bathroom. It got a little taller, but this shower is set up for a party. You've got a seamless drain there, teak seating, beautiful tile work, some really cool tile inlays here. You've got several, I've never seen this many shampoo and conditioner dispensers going on here. Shampoo, body wash, lotion, shampoo, conditioner. So maybe if you and your spouse have different types of shampoo and conditioner that you use and you don't want to have bottles fumbling around, and you've got that beautiful seamless drain, beautiful tile work, a little spot right here to shave your legs, and a very tall shower head. I mean, I'm 6'2". I might have to use this shower head to kind of raise it up a little bit more, just to get a little more height there. You know, I do have my shoes on in the shower right here, but this coach is going to go through the in-depth detail process here at the Motor Coach store. And that's one of the best parts about this coach is it's available here at the Motor Coach store, where you're going to get a boutique type experience, totally different than the experience you would receive at a big box store. When you take delivery of this coach, they'll have a trained technician go over all of the systems with you, make sure you understand how to use everything. I would recommend spending a night or a few nights in the coach to really make sure that you're comfortable with everything. You know, run a few loads of laundry, cook a few meals on the induction cooktop, run a load of dishes through the dishwasher, you know, really use the coach, take a hot shower, put it under load on generator and run the AC, really live in the coach. Make sure, you know, your TVs, all of your AV is all connected properly so that when you are rolling out, you're not thinking of all that stuff and you're confident using the coach. So matching that with their detail process, their PDI process, you can expect to receive another level of service here at the Motor Coach store. And you can even check out their 4.9 star Google rating with like 450 reviews. It's really tough to do this volume of business and keep these standards really high. So if you're a serious and qualified buyer and you want to purchase this coach, you can contact the team at the Motor Coach store. Their information is available at themotorcoachstore.com. They can take in trades, they can help you get financing. So we really appreciate all of you that are subscribing to the channel and liking these videos. We hope you're all having a great day. Thanks again.